Last time we worked on our mini Corvette, we got to see it drive for the very first time, which was insanely cool. But because it was a test drive, we broke a couple of things and we found some main components that didn't work at all, like our brakes. So in this episode, we're gonna be fine-tuning this machine, taking it out, and seeing what it can really do. The first thing on this vehicle that needs our attention is the coolant system. The coolant system in the Corvette runs through its steel frame, and when we were building this, we filled it up with tap water because we knew we were gonna have leaks. That's gonna create a ton of rust in our frame that's gonna go from the frame to the engine and just be no good. So let's get this body off, figure out how to get the water out of there, and fill it with coolant.
I am super excited to get this thing back on the road because the last time we tested it out, Will went super hard on it, only lasted 2 runs before catastrophically breaking something, and I didn't get to try it, like usual.
Dude, I had a blast in this thing, but I am excited that you're gonna be able to drive it.
I want to get my turn. Maybe I get to break it this time.
What you doing over here, Taylor?
Well, our body actually melted to our exhaust pretty substantially. So,
Oh my gosh, it
it's
is.
stuck so we can take it off.
I'm so glad we're doing this right now because there's already gunk coming out of the coolant system.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's kind of a great way to flush it, but if it had been in there for a couple more weeks, definitely would have rusted out of control, which would have been good. We need to add pressure to the coolant system or something. Is that working?
Yeah, that's working.
Oh, no. Oh! You should have told me, Taylor. It's flying
It
out of
happened
there, man.
fast.
Nice, that's good. What do you think, Taylor? You think this is gonna be easier or harder than last time? We've got it elevated now, so.
I don't know. I mean, there may still be a little water in the engine, so maybe it'll be easier.
We sat here for hours last time. Literal hours with water pouring on the floor. It was like the hardest engine I've ever tried to bleed, but here goes nothing. Excuse me?
What was that?
I don't know.
Something is certainly not correct.
What is that? All right, test 2. We had some wires switched around. This should work.
There we go.
Reliable. Now we just gotta let this thing run until the fans kick on, then we'll know everything's good to go. Plug it back up and start fixing some other things. I think the coolant is completely bled through the system, so we can go ahead and turn this thing off. And now we've gotta work on our entire body burning. If you come over here and you check this out, you can see that we may have left some pieces of Corvette on the exhaust, and I think that might start to happen on our coolant frames because these become 225 degrees when it's running, which I think over time will start to burn that plastic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that plastic off our exhaust because it stinks, and then we're gonna take some tape and go over the whole inside of there. It's aluminum tape, so it should kind of protect it a little bit, and that should be pretty good. Probably cut the body back a little bit as well so it doesn't burn on our exhaust. We got both of our Corvette body panels all fireproofed. Well, maybe not fireproofed, but definitely heat treated. This tape can withstand 300 degrees. So I think that's gonna work. We also cut out an area for exhaust, so it's not gonna be burning our body and hitting us with noxious smells while we're driving down the road. Now, before we go putting these back on our go-kart, we're gonna work on our brake system because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and it usually doesn't when you really need it. On such a powerful vehicle like the Corvette, you cannot have your brakes messing up, so we're gonna spend a serious amount of time making sure these brakes work. Right now, they come in, they come out, they're kind of spongy, they just suck. So we're gonna go through, bleed it again, and we've got an idea from the comments from you guys. It's this squirt bottle method. We're gonna hook it up to the bleeder on the brake and just squirt this thing until all the air comes out. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, I think we're gonna be replacing the caliper. But I hope it works because that'd be a lot easier. So we've got this hooked up to the caliper, and I guess you're just supposed to spray this. I'm a little bit, I don't know.
I'm not sure
about this. Oh, I see fluid, dude.
Really?
It works. There's a bubble.
There is a bubble.
Oh, there's another bubble. This is crazy. If you guys didn't know about this trick, I didn't know about this trick, and it seems to be working very well. All right, comments to the rescue. You guys helped us so much. This trick, for anyone at home, works unbelievably well.
I couldn't believe how well that works, actually.
I could not believe my eyes. Look at all the junk we got out of our system. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but like Taylor said, it separates. So we've got cleaner fluid up here, horribly disgusting fluid down here.
It looks like shadow fluid.
It looks like shadow fluid, and that was in our brakes. We also pumped out a whole bunch of air bubbles, and now our brakes work phenomenally well. We also adjusted this thing, so we've got a quicker brake response, and you cannot turn this if you're pressing this. Like, it is locked in. It's on the stands. I can't really show you right now, but it's gonna work super well on Friday. I know it for a fact, which is such a relief. This thing's gonna be a blast with brakes. The next thing we've gotta work on is our steering. Now, I didn't even know this was a problem until we got it back to the shop after driving it. We loaded it out of the U-Haul, and if you watch this steering situation, if you jiggle it hard enough, let's see, I don't know if we can reenact it, but let's see. If you hit a bump like this,
that's steering gone.
No more steering, and that's horrible. So my plan is to just make a little holder system, super simple, that connects this part of the steering linkage. And then I think with that improvement, we won't have to worry about our steering just popping apart and us going somewhere we don't want to go.
We're gonna take a minute away from the Corvette to tell you about today's sponsor, Incogni. Now, I don't know about you, but I am constantly being bombarded with scamming phone calls. And until recently, I didn't pay much attention to it until I realized that means data brokers are selling my personal data online to companies that want to scam me and steal my information. And that's not cool. And that is where Incogni comes in. Incogni reaches out to data brokers and demands that all of your personal data is to be removed, all while handling their objections. And this whole process is automated. If you want even more control over your personal data online, you can sign up for Incogni Unlimited, which gives you access to their new feature, Custom Removals. This means that you can point Incogni in the direction of a website that you think is sharing your data, and you can just let the professionals take it from there. It's time to take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code BUMDEAL at the link below and get 60% off an annual plan. Now let's get back to the Corvette.
Last night I was thinking about how we could make a steering mount that was simple but extremely strong and still removable, and then I realized that we don't have a wrench on this project yet, so I'm gonna use this 11/16. It's gonna go on the steering stem like that. It can still rotate. It will just come down here, connect to our steering, weld to this bar, be really strong, be removable, and keep everything from disassembling itself while we're going down the road. The wrench idea worked way better than I could have ever imagined. Check this out. So I don't know if you guys can see down here, but we had a ton of play. This whole area would fall apart while you're driving and it just would wiggle about. Now, when you steer the steering wheel, it's locked in, not gonna fall apart. Super simple. Sometimes you don't have to over-engineer something for it to work. That looks clean. It works really well. Now it's time to move on to the biggest concern I have, and that's a jack shaft. Now the biggest problem with the Corvette is the jack shaft. Last time we drove this, we absolutely annihilated our tensioner, and that locked up the chain, destroying our sprocket that is welded to the jack shaft. So the first thing we're gonna do is take the jack shaft off and make a new one. We got our new jack shaft welded up, and this one is a lot stronger. If you look at the two, this one is fully TIG welded. This one isn't even welded all the way around. There was no problem with this jack shaft, but we're rebuilding it, so figured maybe just make it a little bit better. Now we've got to install it in our Corvette and then start working on a tension system. So we were thinking of making a complicated chain tensioner for this chain up here, but when we got down here, I realized there's almost no space for a chain tensioner, and I think that's why it broke in the first place. So we ended up using this half link, if you can see it right there. I don't know if they're as strong, but it's way stronger than anything we could build to tension this chain, and that's great tension that we have right now. So now we've just got to put the body back on, figure out how to stiffen up the front end, and then we can take this on the road. All right, we got the body of the Corvette back on, but the biggest problem we had while we were driving this with the body is the fact that this jumps around, hits the tires, and folds in on itself, starts destroying the body. So we're just gonna take these two pieces of aluminum and build a super simple frame that comes out from our car frame out to the nose and keeps everything locked in. These nose mounts are simple but extremely effective. Check this out. Almost no wiggle. That's premium.
That is way better.
I feel like the biggest issue with the nose before is it would fold under and then it would catch on our wheels and just drag.
It would also look really weird.
It looked really janky, but that's done. It turned into a bit of a later night tonight, but we got everything ready to go, and tomorrow we're gonna bring the trailer here, bring this thing to somewhere really cool, and see what it can really do.
Are you ready?
Yes. We have a proper zone to drive this thing in now.
I think so. And stay.
Shee, look at that thing, it's dialed in. All right, we got the Corvette in an awesome area, and it's time to take it for its second drive ever. It's super locked in. We went over everything this week, and Taylor is gonna be taking it for his first drive.
First drive yet.
Are you excited, dude?
I'm scared.
A little bit scared?
Yes.
You should be. It's very fast.
I know I should be. That's why I am scared.
Any last words before you take it out for a rip?
I'm just gonna save my last words for when I come back, because I'm gonna come back.
All right, let's do this. Dude, I'm nervous for you.
Well, that's okay. I've been nervous for you lots of times.
Okay, well, I guess we're switching roles on this one. I'm so excited that this thing is actually locked in now.
I know.
It's the first project that we've built that actually is gonna work, I think.
It makes me less scared of it, so.
Just check those brakes. And first is towards you.
What?
First is towards you.
Yep.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Oh no, dude. Might be bad to say, but I don't have faith.
You don't have faith?
No, he's scaring me.
Okay. No one should drive such a thing. If I'm being honest, it's about, well, now I don't know if it's the scariest thing ever, but it's pretty scary. What did you think?
That is frightening.
I heard you letting on and off the throttle,
I'm
yeah?
trying to figure out like what it's good for.
What are you covered in? What is this stuff?
Bugs.
Bugs?
Is it bugs?
Yeah, you got bugs all over you, dude. Was it fun?
It's really fun. I think first gear is just not manageable. That road is really bumpy. I could feel my back tires jumping.
Yeah, it skips.
Second gear, you can ease into the throttle a little better.
Yeah, second gear's a lot better. The last time we were driving this, we were low on gas, so it kept throwing me. I'm very curious, was it doing that?
I don't think so. The throttle's just a little sticky.
Yeah.
The gas light did come on.
I don't even think that works.
I don't think it works.
But overall impressions?
The brakes work. The chain didn't fall off, and it's not like making a grinding noise.
Is it making that weird centrifugal shifter noise?
No.
Oh, thank heavens.
That was definitely the chain last time.
Okay, so we've got it sorted out a little bit.
It's pretty comfortable. This is kind of crappy, but it's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Well, once you get going, you don't even need the clutch, so.
Yeah. Overall, that was really awesome. It's pretty dialed.
I'm glad to see you safe in all one piece. Do you think it's louder than your Lamborghini?
Yeah, I don't know about louder.
Different.
It's definitely different. It reminds me of a sports bike for some reason.
Yeah,
So I
maybe
like that.
because it's a sports bike engine.
I like that, so, but I can't drive it because I can't reach the pedals.
That's if you laid down like you were meant to.
Yeah, I'm not meant for that though. I'm not meant for it.
All right, we got a little bit of testing on the Corvette, and it didn't break. It sprayed Taylor with oil. I don't know what that's about, but it's good to go. And now we have two supercars here because Tim from Globe Throttle, he has a YouTube channel, go check it out, brought his Lamborghini. Are you ready to go on a cruise, dude?
I am, dude. Let's go.
I'm excited. This thing sounds a little bit cooler than ours, but ours might
debatable.
be faster. Oh man, this is starting to feel real. Second time in the Corvette. This thing freaks me out a little bit.
What's going on?
Dude, our brake is on fire.
Yes, it is.
It caught fire for a second. That freaked me out a little.
I was wondering what you were looking at, man.
Yeah, our brake, because the rotor is warped a little bit, that's something we didn't fix. It is hot. Check this thing out. I guess that's what you get when you make your own brake rotor.
Was it melting the plastic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was melting my butt, dude. It was getting like 1,000 degrees in there.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, that was first, second gear, not nearly topped out, and it feels surreal to be driving a Corvette bed next to a real Lamborghini.
Both red?
That is insane. They're like a perfect match.
What do you think? Are you a little scared of something breaking and hitting your car?
No, I like this. You know, I'm used to actually breaking a lot of things, so.
This guy jumps things that shouldn't be jumped. So.
I'm trying to give that up though, you know?
Really? Not with the Lambo? There's plenty of good jumps around here.
There is.
No, that was super cool. That was really fun. While we're waiting for the Corvette brake to cool down and stop being on fire, you think I could get a ride in the Lambo?
You can, or you can drive it.
You trust me with this thing?
I do, come on.
I don't know if you should trust me.
Drive it? Have you ever seen this guy drive?
I've never driven a Lamborghini. The fastest car I've ever driven is a Subaru, so.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. Now he's double thinking.
The standard is really low. That's the fastest you want.
How's your insurance look?
Not so good.
Okay, buddy.
I don't even know how you open this. Does the door handle just kind of stay like this?
It'll close on its own.
Okay. Okay.
He better not have his normal lead foot.
Yeah, true. This is more than you can afford, pal. I always wanted to say that.
Take it up there a little bit.
Holy cow. That is so awesome. Dare I say premium.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
This is a premium machine, dude. You just feel fast in this car. Like,
Right?
you don't
Yeah.
even have to do anything. You downshift with the other paddle?
With your left one. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
So it rev matches, that's what you're hearing right there.
Oh,
so
that-
go ahead and do it and let off the gas after that.
Okay.
Let off? Yeah, that's where you get that popping from.
You got the verbal tune and everything.
Dude, honestly, that's my favorite part about this car is that downshift and you let off the gas and it just goes pop, 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 pop.
Oh, dude, this is the coolest experience I've ever had. Definitely a different feeling than the Corvette.
Oh yeah, 100%. You're living in luxury now.
I got AC, and the brakes aren't burning.
What?
I said I don't know how to roll down the window, but that is the craziest experience I've ever had.
What's it feel like?
Like a little go-kart. It's honestly like much harder to drive than I thought it was gonna be. It's
Yeah,
very touchy. You
I
touch
could
it.
hear
Yeah,
you going
yeah,
away.
Yeah. It's harder to drive than the Corvette, but it is fast. And when you're going slow, you even feel fast. It's crazy.
That's it like sitting on the ground.
It's an experience for the books.
Nice.
I've never driven a Lambo, but now I have. Now that the Corvette brake had cooled off, there was one thing that I was dying to know if it could do. So we filled it up with gas and headed back to home base.
Oh,
Everything's going good. Knock on wood.
How fast are we going right now?
Almost 50.
Yeah.
And he's cruising.
He's getting it.
I'm a little worried about that brake though.
Dude, we just, oh my gosh, I stopped at the perfect time. Check this out.
Okay, what happened?
You know that wrench that we built? I thought something was about to happen. That whole drift was non-controlled. Look at my steering. Hello there. Where are you going?
Do that?
Where are you going? I knew right when it pulled out of it, I went like this, and I was like, that's not enough pressure.
It seemed a little wobbly.
And then I felt this, and I was like, oh, I'm going for it. I'm going off the cliff. And our brakes got so hot driving by the Lambo.
They don't work really?
They don't work very well. But I think that is an epic conclusion to this video. We got to drive alongside one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. This thing is the most dialed in project we've ever built. It's insanely cool. It's insanely capable. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. Before we end the video off, we're gonna call the winner of our 2022 Honda Grom giveaway. I'm actually pretty stoked. This is gonna be pretty cool. Ready?
You think he's gonna answer?
I think he's gonna answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the time,
We'll give him one more
please
call.
record your...
I think this guy bought a sticker.
I think he bought a shirt.
A
He might have
shirt?
bought both.
Hello?
Hey, is this Gary?
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is Will from Bum Motorsport.
Did I win?
Yes, you did. You won the Grom.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm glad you picked up, Gary. Congrats.
Well, thank you so much, Will. You're salt of the earth, good guy, and I worry about you, man. I'm like your grandpa or something.
Well, we do crazy things without brakes sometimes, so that's a sensible worry.
Yeah, well, I certainly am honored to talk to you, man, and you're my kind of celebrity, dude, okay?
Thanks for watching the videos, dude. Have a great day, and we'll be in
All right,
contact
thank you, Will.
shortly.
Thank you for the personal call. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Bye. There you have it. Gary won our 2022 Honda Grom. Super stoked to be able to give something like this away. If you guys have ideas for our next giveaway, let us know, and have a great day.